What happens when the noise fades and we are left with only ourselves? Where does the mind wander in the silence of solitude? Welcome to today's podcast, where we delve into a topic often misunderstood, yet profoundly transformative: the art of living alone. Many of us perceive solitude as an unwelcome guest, a shadow of loneliness lurking in the corners of an empty room. But what if I told you that within that silence lies a gateway to profound self-discovery, freedom, and even joy? Living alone, far from being a circumstance to endure, can become a masterclass in self-awareness and resilience. It's in the stillness, away from the chaos of everyday life, that we uncover the most unfiltered truths about ourselves. Solitude, as seen through the lens of Buddhist teachings, isn't about isolation. It's about liberation. The Buddha himself, once a prince surrounded by opulence and distraction, found enlightenment not amidst the clamor of court life, but in the quiet of solitude. He chose stillness over noise, reflection over reaction, and through that journey, discovered the keys to inner peace and wisdom. His teachings remind us that true strength and clarity arise when we embrace the quiet, rather than flee from it. In a world that often equates busyness with purpose, the idea of living alone might feel daunting. But solitude, when approached mindfully, becomes a sanctuary, a space to realign with your core values, rediscover your passions, and truly connect with who you are beyond the roles you play. So, as we begin this exploration, I invite you to rethink solitude not as an absence of others, but as a presence of yourself. Together, let's unravel the beauty, strength, and transformative power that living alone can offer. Stay with us as we uncover how the quiet, far from being empty, is brimming with possibilities. Part 1. The meaning of living alone in Buddhism. Imagine stripping away all the noise, all the expectations, and all the roles you play in the world. Who would you truly be when left alone with just your thoughts? This is the very question that Siddhartha Gautama, the man who became the Buddha, asked himself centuries ago. His story is one of the most profound lessons in human history, a tale of leaving everything behind to discover the ultimate truth. The Buddha's journey into solitude. Siddhartha Gautama was born into unimaginable privilege. As a prince, he was shielded from all suffering, surrounded by luxury, and destined for greatness within his father's kingdom. Yet, despite all the material wealth, Siddhartha felt an emptiness, a gnawing dissatisfaction. He saw that the pleasures of the world were fleeting, unable to offer lasting fulfillment. The turning point came when he witnessed the four sights: a sick man, an old man, a corpse, and a monk. These encounters revealed to him the universal truths of life: sickness, aging, death, and the possibility of transcendence. Siddhartha realized that no amount of wealth or power could protect him from these inevitable realities. Determined to find a solution to the suffering inherent in existence, he made a radical decision to leave behind his family, his kingdom, and his identity as a prince. He ventured into the wilderness, embracing solitude to seek enlightenment. It was in solitude, away from distractions, obligations, and societal expectations, that Siddhartha found the clarity he sought. Under the Bodhi tree, after years of meditation and self-reflection, he attained enlightenment. His story reminds us that solitude isn't about running away from life. It's about facing it head-on, without filters or facades. Solitude as a mirror. Living alone, as the Buddha demonstrated, is like standing in front of a mirror that reflects your truest self. When the noise of the world fades, we confront our fears, our desires, and our vulnerabilities. At first, this can be uncomfortable, even painful. But in this discomfort lies the potential for profound transformation. In Buddhism, this process of self-confrontation is essential for growth. It allows us to see beyond the illusions we cling to, such as the belief that external possessions or relationships can bring lasting happiness. Instead, we begin to understand that true contentment comes from within. Impermanence, anicca, embracing change. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is impermanence, or anicca. It reminds us that everything in life is transient: our emotions, our circumstances, even our very existence. This concept is particularly relevant when living alone. At first, solitude may feel overwhelming, like a void we're unsure how to fill. But impermanence teaches us that this feeling won't last forever. Just as the seasons change, so do our emotions and experiences. By accepting this truth, we can approach solitude with curiosity rather than fear. For example, think about a difficult moment you've faced while being alone, perhaps a wave of loneliness or self-doubt. Impermanence reassures us that these emotions are temporary, like clouds passing through the sky. They don't define us. They simply move through us. This perspective helps us embrace solitude as a dynamic, ever-changing experience rather than a fixed state of isolation. Equanimity, upekkha, finding stillness amidst the storm. Another cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy is equanimity, or upekkha. This is the ability to maintain a calm and balanced mind, regardless of external circumstances. For those living alone, equanimity is an invaluable practice. Imagine sitting in your quiet home, with no one around to distract or comfort you. In such moments, your mind might race with worries or regrets. Equanimity teaches us to observe these thoughts without becoming entangled in them. It's about cultivating a sense of inner stability, a still center that remains unshaken by the turbulence of life. The Buddha often likened the mind to a pond. When the waters are stirred, they become cloudy, obscuring our vision. But when we allow the waters to settle, they become clear, revealing the reflection of the moon. Similarly, living alone gives us the opportunity to let our mental waters settle, allowing us to see ourselves and our lives with greater clarity. Practical ways to develop equanimity in solitude include: in meditation, sitting quietly and observing your breath helps anchor you in the present moment. In mindful journaling, writing down your thoughts without judgment can help you process emotions constructively. A gratitude practice, reflecting on what you're grateful for, shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. The gifts of solitude, living alone, through the lens of Buddhist teachings, becomes a gift rather than a burden. It's a chance to reconnect with your true self, away from societal roles. You can rediscover your passions, values, and dreams. Cultivate resilience. Facing challenges independently builds strength and confidence. Experience freedom. Solitude offers the freedom to live authentically, without the need for external validation. For instance, think about the Buddha's solitude under the Bodhi tree. It wasn't easy. He faced doubts, fears, and temptations. But through perseverance, he transformed these struggles into stepping stones toward enlightenment. Similarly, living alone invites us to transform our own challenges into opportunities for growth. A modern perspective on solitude. While the Buddha's story is rooted in ancient times, its lessons are timeless. Today, we live in a world filled with constant noise, notifications, social media, and the pressures of modern life. Solitude offers a rare chance to disconnect from this chaos and reconnect with what truly matters. Even if you're not a monk meditating in the forest, you can incorporate the essence of Buddhist solitude into your life. Perhaps it's through setting aside time each day to sit in silence, creating a sacred space in your home, or simply being present with yourself without distractions. These small acts of mindfulness can bring profound peace and clarity. In solitude, we don't lose ourselves, we find ourselves. As the Buddha's journey teaches us, the path to enlightenment often begins in the quiet. By embracing impermanence and equanimity, we can transform living alone into a rich, fulfilling experience. So, the next time you find yourself alone, remember, you're not just sitting in an empty room. You're standing at the threshold of infinite possibility. In the stillness, there's wisdom. In the quiet, there's strength. And in solitude, there's a profound opportunity to awaken. Part 2. Personal freedom and self-development. What would you do if you could design every aspect of your life to align with your deepest values and aspirations? This is the gift of living alone, a chance to reclaim your time, your space, and most importantly, your sense of self. Solitude is more than just a break from the demands of the outside world. It's an invitation to define what truly matters to you and create a life that reflects it. Freedom as a path to authenticity. When you live alone, you gain a rare kind of autonomy, the freedom to make choices without external pressures or compromises. This freedom is not about selfishness. It's about self-discovery. It allows you to ask essential questions. What do I value? What brings me joy? What kind of life do I want to lead? Without the constant influence of others, you have the space to explore these questions deeply and authentically. For example, instead of following routines dictated by societal expectations, you can design your days around what energizes and fulfills you. This autonomy is a powerful tool for aligning your actions with your core values and long-term goals, cultivating a life of purpose through daily habits. While freedom is empowering, it also requires structure to maximize its potential. One of the most effective ways to harness the power of solitude is by integrating intentional habits into your daily life. These habits act as anchors, grounding you in purpose and helping you make consistent progress toward personal growth. Here are some key practices to consider. 1. Meditation. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and a transformative habit for anyone living alone. By dedicating even 10 minutes a day to mindfulness or focused breathing, you create a sacred space to observe your thoughts, emotions, and desires without judgment. Over time, this practice cultivates clarity, resilience, and a deeper connection to your inner self. Example: begin your mornings with a simple meditation routine. Sit in a comfortable spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Let thoughts come and go like waves, reminding yourself that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer. 2. Reading for growth. Solitude provides the perfect opportunity to expand your mind and soul through reading. Whether it's Buddhist texts, self-development books, or novels that inspire creativity, reading becomes a window into new perspectives and possibilities. Pro tip: create a reading corner in your home, a cozy chair, a warm light, and a stack of books that ignite your curiosity. Dedicate 30 minutes a day to reading, and let it become a ritual of learning and reflection. 3. Exploring personal passions. Living alone grants you the freedom to explore hobbies and passions without interruption or judgment. Whether it's painting, cooking, gardening, or learning an instrument, these activities not only bring joy but also foster a sense of accomplishment. Idea: choose a creative project you've always wanted to try. Maybe it's writing a book, starting a blog, or experimenting with photography. These pursuits not only fill your time with purpose, but also help you discover hidden talents. 4. Journaling for self-reflection. Journaling is a powerful tool for personal growth. It allows you to process emotions, set intentions, and track progress over time. Prompt: each evening, write about your day. What went well? What challenged you? What did you learn about yourself? Over weeks and months, you'll see patterns emerge, insights that guide you toward becoming your best self. The intersection of freedom and responsibility. Freedom, while liberating, comes with a unique responsibility: the need to hold yourself accountable for your own happiness and growth. In solitude, there's no one to blame for missed opportunities or unfulfilled goals. This accountability can be daunting, but also deeply empowering. For example, if you value health, living alone gives you the chance to design a fitness routine that works for you. If financial independence is important, you can create a budget tailored to your goals. Every decision becomes a reflection of your priorities, reinforcing your sense of agency and control, aligning your environment with your growth. Your physical space plays a crucial role in supporting your self-development. Living alone allows you to customize your environment to inspire and motivate you. Declutter and simplify. Create a space that feels calm and intentional. Remove distractions and items that no longer serve you. Incorporate symbols of growth. Add elements that remind you of your aspirations, a vision board, a collection of inspiring quotes, or artwork that resonates with your journey. Create dedicated spaces. Have specific areas for meditation, creativity, and relaxation. These zones reinforce your commitment to personal growth. The role of discipline in freedom. It may seem counterintuitive, but discipline is the foundation of true freedom. Without structure, the autonomy of living alone can feel overwhelming or directionless. By cultivating discipline, you channel your freedom into meaningful actions. Set goals. Define clear, achievable goals for your personal growth. Break them into small, manageable steps to maintain momentum. Establish routines. Consistent daily habits provide stability and ensure that you're always moving toward your objectives. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge your progress. No matter how small, each step forward reinforces your belief in your ability to thrive independently. Freedom to redefine success. Living alone also gives you the chance to redefine what success means to you. In a world that often measures worth by external achievements, solitude allows you to focus on internal fulfillment. Success might mean mastering a skill, nurturing your well-being, or simply finding joy in the present moment. Closing reflection for this section. Personal freedom is not just about escaping the expectations of others. It's about embracing the responsibility to create a life that reflects your true self. By cultivating intentional habits, exploring your passions, and aligning your environment with your values, you turn solitude into a powerful catalyst for growth. Remember, the journey of self-development isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every day spent living alone is a chance to learn, grow, and step closer to the person you aspire to become. Part 3. Facing loneliness and building meaningful social connections. Is loneliness a shadow to fear? Or is it a teacher inviting us to grow? How do we balance the quiet of solitude with the warmth of human connection? Living alone often brings us face to face with loneliness, a universal human experience that many fear. However, loneliness, when approached mindfully, can become a catalyst for self-discovery and a gateway to deeper, more meaningful connections with others. The key lies in finding a balance between cherishing your solitude and fostering social bonds that nourish your soul. Understanding loneliness, a shift in perspective. Loneliness is not inherently negative. It's a signal, a gentle reminder that as humans, we are wired for connection. But instead of letting loneliness define us, we can use it as an opportunity for introspection. Buddhist teachings encourage us to observe our emotions without judgment. When loneliness arises, ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to teach me? Perhaps it's a sign to nurture your relationship with yourself or to seek connection with others in a more intentional way. By reframing loneliness as a teacher rather than an adversary, we take the first step toward transforming it. Balancing solitude and social interaction. Living alone doesn't mean living in isolation. It's about learning to enjoy your own company while also embracing the richness that comes from meaningful relationships. Striking this balance requires mindfulness and intentionality. 1. Honor your need for solitude. Give yourself permission to cherish alone time without guilt. Use it to recharge, reflect, and reconnect with your inner self. This space allows you to show up more authentically in your relationships. Example: designate specific days or times for solitude, such as a quiet Sunday morning or an evening for self-care. Treat this time as sacred, just as you would a meeting with someone important. 2. Plan social time intentionally. When you do engage with others, make it count. Focus on quality over quantity. Choose activities that align with your values and interests, such as a dinner with close friends, a book club, or a yoga class. Tip: set a regular schedule for social interactions, like a weekly coffee date or a monthly gathering. Having these rituals gives you something to look forward to without overwhelming your need for solitude. Practicing mindfulness in relationships. Mindfulness isn't just for meditation. It's a transformative tool for deepening your social connections. When we bring mindfulness into our interactions, we create a space for authentic connection and mutual understanding. 1. Be present in conversations. Often, we listen with the intent to respond rather than to truly hear. Mindful listening involves giving your full attention to the other person, free from distractions. This level of presence not only strengthens relationships, but also makes the other person feel valued. Exercise. The next time you're in a conversation, put away your phone, make eye contact, and focus entirely on the speaker's words and emotions. Notice how this deepens your connection. 2. Cultivate compassion. Recognize that everyone you meet is navigating their own challenges, just like you. Practicing compassion fosters empathy and reduces the barriers that often hinder meaningful connections. Buddhist insight: the practice of metta, loving-kindness meditation, can help. Begin by sending thoughts of kindness to yourself. Then extend them to others, friends, family, and even strangers. 3. Express gratitude. Take time to acknowledge the people who bring joy and support into your life. A simple thank you note, a kind word, or a thoughtful gesture can strengthen bonds and remind you of the richness of your social connections. Building meaningful connections. Loneliness often stems not from a lack of people in our lives, but from a lack of meaningful connection. Living alone provides the chance to build relationships that truly matter. 1. Focus on depth, not quantity. Instead of seeking to expand your social circle endlessly, focus on deepening your existing relationships. Spend quality time with those who align with your values and genuinely uplift you. Pro tip: host small, intimate gatherings where conversations can flow freely, creating a sense of closeness and community. 2. Explore shared interests. Joining groups or activities centered around your passions, whether it's hiking, art, or volunteering, connects you with like-minded individuals. Shared interests create a natural foundation for authentic relationships. Example: if you enjoy meditation, consider joining a local Sangha, Buddhist community, or attending mindfulness retreats to bond with others on a similar path. 3. Contribute through volunteering. Giving your time and energy to a cause you care about not only enriches your life, but also connects you with others who share your values. The act of helping others fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. Idea: volunteer at a community center, animal shelter, or environmental organization. These experiences often lead to unexpected friendships. Navigating challenges in social interactions. Even with the best intentions, relationships can sometimes feel draining or overwhelming. Living alone gives you the freedom to set boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. 1. Know your limits. Understand how much social interaction you need to feel fulfilled versus overwhelmed. It's okay to say no to invitations if you need time to recharge. 2. Communicate clearly. When setting boundaries, be honest and kind. Let people know what you're comfortable with and what you need, whether it's more space or more connection. The role of technology in modern connection. In today's digital world, technology offers countless ways to stay connected while living alone. However, it's important to use these tools mindfully. 1. Leverage technology for good. Use apps and platforms to maintain long-distance friendships. Join virtual communities, or attend online events that align with your interests. Example: participate in virtual meetups for meditation, book discussions, or creative workshops to foster connections beyond geographic boundaries. 2. Avoid over-reliance. While technology is helpful, it's no substitute for in-person connection. Strive for a balance between digital and face-to-face interactions. Closing reflection for this section. Facing loneliness and building meaningful social connections is not an either-or choice. It's about integrating both into your life. Solitude teaches you to value your own company, while connections remind you of the beauty of shared experiences. By approaching relationships mindfully, practicing compassion, and being intentional about your social interactions, you can create a life that feels both connected and grounded. Remember, it's not about having many people in your life, but about nurturing the right ones. In solitude, you grow strong. In connection, you grow whole. Both are vital for a balanced, fulfilling life. Part 4. Turning challenges into opportunities. What if every challenge you face was not a roadblock but a stepping stone? What if the very moments of difficulty were the ones that made you stronger, more resilient, and more confident? Living alone is a journey filled with opportunities disguised as challenges. The absence of constant support systems forces you to rely on your own resourcefulness, transforming everyday difficulties into powerful lessons. Each obstacle becomes a chance to grow, adapt, and discover your true capabilities. Lessons from self-reliance. When you live alone, the smallest inconveniences can feel monumental: a leaky faucet, a sudden power outage, or managing your finances without a safety net. But these moments, while challenging, are also empowering. They teach us self-reliance in the most practical and profound ways. 1. Problem-solving skills. Facing challenges on your own sharpens your ability to think critically and find solutions. For example, learning to fix a minor household issue, like unclogging a drain, not only saves time and money but also builds confidence in your ability to handle similar situations in the future. 2. Adaptability. When plans don't go as expected, living alone teaches you to pivot and adapt. Whether it's improvising dinner from what's in the fridge or adjusting to an unexpected change in your routine, you learn to navigate life with flexibility and ease. 3. Practical independence. Mastering everyday tasks, budgeting, cooking, or even assembling furniture creates a sense of accomplishment. These skills not only make you self-sufficient, but also remind you of your ability to thrive independently. Building resilience through everyday challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, and it's one of the most valuable traits you develop when living alone. Each difficulty, no matter how small, strengthens your emotional and mental fortitude. 1. Facing discomfort head-on. Living alone means there's no one to shield you from uncomfortable situations. Perhaps it's dealing with an unexpected expense or a lonely evening. These moments teach you to confront discomfort rather than avoid it. Building resilience over time. Example: the next time you face a challenge, pause and reflect. What is this situation teaching me? How can I grow from it? Shifting your perspective from frustration to curiosity transforms the experience. 2. Learning from mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable, but living alone creates a safe space to learn from them without judgment. Whether it's overcooking a meal or mismanaging your time, these experiences become valuable lessons that shape your growth. 3. Celebrating small victories. Each challenge you overcome, whether it's fixing a broken appliance or negotiating a bill, deserves recognition. These small victories reinforce your confidence and remind you of your resilience. Developing new skills. Living alone presents countless opportunities to expand your skill set, whether through necessity or curiosity. Each new skill learned becomes a tool in your arsenal for handling future challenges. 1. Household management. Learn to handle basic maintenance tasks like fixing leaks, changing light bulbs, or organizing your space effectively. Not only does this save money, but it also fosters a sense of independence. Pro tip: keep a toolkit at home and watch tutorials for simple repairs. Mastering these small tasks boosts your confidence and prepares you for unexpected situations. 2. Culinary exploration. Cooking for one can feel like a chore, but it's an opportunity to experiment with flavors and recipes tailored to your preferences. Over time, you might find joy in the process, discovering that it's both practical and therapeutic. Idea: dedicate one evening a week to trying a new recipe or culinary technique. This practice not only enhances your cooking skills, but also makes mealtime something to look forward to. 3. Financial literacy. Managing your own finances becomes a priority when living alone. From budgeting to saving and investing, these skills empower you to take control of your financial future. Action step: use budgeting apps or spreadsheets to track your income and expenses. Set financial goals, like saving for a trip or an emergency fund, to stay motivated. Transforming setbacks into confidence. Challenges often feel daunting in the moment, but overcoming them creates a ripple effect of confidence. Each problem solved reinforces your belief in your own capabilities. 1. Reframing challenges. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, view it as an opportunity to grow. This shift in mindset reduces stress and allows you to approach difficulties with curiosity rather than fear. Example: if you struggle with a new task, remind yourself that every expert was once a beginner. Break the challenge into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate progress along the way. 2. Setting personal challenges. Living alone gives you the freedom to push your limits. Set goals that challenge you, like learning a new language, running a 5K, or tackling a DIY project. Achieving these goals builds confidence and resilience. Fostering emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is just as important as practical skills. Living alone provides a unique environment to strengthen your emotional well-being. 1. Practicing self-compassion. When challenges arise, it's easy to be hard on yourself. Instead, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge your efforts, even if the outcome isn't perfect. Exercise. Each evening, reflect on one thing you handled well that day. This practice reinforces self-compassion and builds a positive self-image. 2. Embracing mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques, like meditation or deep breathing, help you stay grounded during stressful situations. By focusing on the present moment, you reduce anxiety and approach challenges with clarity. 3. Seeking support when needed. Resilience doesn't mean facing everything alone. Recognize when you need help and don't hesitate to reach out to friends, family, or professionals. Asking for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. A daily practice of growth. Challenges are not one-time events. They are part of daily life. By embracing them as opportunities for growth, you create a habit of resilience and confidence. 1. Start small. Focus on one area of improvement each week, such as learning a new skill or tackling a lingering task. Small, consistent efforts lead to significant progress over time. 2. Document your journey. Keep a journal of the challenges you face and how you overcome them. Over time, this record becomes a testament to your growth and a source of inspiration during tough times. Closing reflection for this section. Every challenge, no matter how small, is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more self-assured. Living alone amplifies these opportunities, giving you the freedom to tackle life's obstacles on your own terms. As you navigate the ups and downs of solitude, remember this: resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them. With each difficulty you overcome, you build a foundation of confidence and independence that will serve you for a lifetime. So the next time you face a tough moment, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is my chance to grow. Every challenge is a lesson, every setback a stepping stone, and every small victory a celebration of your strength. Part 5. Connecting with your inner self and finding peace. In the stillness of solitude, where does your heart rest? What would it take to create a life where peace is not an occasional visitor, but a constant companion? Living alone offers a unique opportunity to turn inward and cultivate a profound sense of inner peace. Without the distractions of others, we can truly listen to ourselves, reconnect with our core, and find happiness in the simplest moments. This journey toward peace begins with mindful practices and the intentional creation of a space that nurtures your soul. Meditation, a pathway to inner calm. Meditation, a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings, is one of the most powerful tools for finding inner peace. It invites you to quiet the chatter of your mind and observe your thoughts without attachment or judgment. Over time, this practice creates a sanctuary within yourself, a place you can return to no matter what external challenges arise. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Start with a simple mindfulness practice. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This seemingly simple act trains your mind to stay present, reducing stress and fostering clarity. Pro tip: dedicate just 10 minutes a day to meditation, ideally in the morning or before bed. Over time, you'll notice a greater sense of calm and resilience. 2. Loving kindness meditation. Another powerful practice is metta, or loving kindness meditation. Begin by sending kind and compassionate thoughts to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Then extend these wishes to others, friends, family, and even those you find challenging. This practice not only soothes your heart, but also deepens your connection to others. 3. Walking meditation. If sitting still feels daunting, try walking meditation. Slowly walk in a quiet space, focusing on each step and the sensations in your body. This practice grounds you in the present moment while bringing a sense of peace through movement. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is a transformative practice that shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. By cultivating gratitude, you train your mind to recognize and savor the blessings in your life, no matter how small. 1. Daily gratitude practice. Take a few moments each day to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. These could be as simple as a sunny morning, a delicious meal, or a meaningful conversation. Write them down in a journal to deepen your sense of appreciation. 2. Gratitude as a ritual. Incorporate gratitude into your daily routines. For example, before eating a meal, pause to acknowledge the effort and resources that made it possible. This practice turns ordinary moments into sacred ones, filling your day with joy and mindfulness. 3. Gratitude for solitude. Living alone provides unique opportunities to practice gratitude. Appreciate the freedom to design your life, the quiet that allows for reflection, and the space to pursue your passions. By focusing on these positives, you'll find fulfillment even in the simplest aspects of your daily life. Designing a peaceful living space. Your home is more than just a physical space. It's a reflection of your inner world. A well-designed living space can profoundly influence your mood, energy, and sense of peace. When you live alone, you have the freedom to create an environment that aligns with your soul. 1. Decluttering and simplifying. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. Take time to declutter your home, keeping only the items that bring you joy or serve a purpose. A minimalist environment promotes calmness and clarity. Action step: start with one small area, a drawer, a shelf, or a corner of a room. Remove items you no longer need and organize what remains. Notice how the process itself feels like a meditation. 2. Incorporating natural elements. Nature has a calming effect on the mind and body. Bring the outdoors inside by adding plants, flowers, or natural materials like wood and stone. These elements create a sense of connection to the earth and promote tranquility. Pro tip: choose low-maintenance plants like succulents or snake plants if you're new to caring for greenery. Their presence can uplift your space and improve air quality. 3. Creating dedicated spaces. Designate specific areas in your home for relaxation, creativity, and mindfulness. For example, a cozy corner with soft lighting and cushions for meditation. A desk or table set up for journaling or creative projects. A reading nook with a comfortable chair and your favorite books. These spaces serve as physical reminders of your commitment to self-care and inner peace. 4. Using color and light thoughtfully. Colors and lighting have a significant impact on your mood. Choose soothing tones like soft blues, greens, or neutrals to create a calming atmosphere. Opt for warm, adjustable lighting to enhance comfort. Idea: use candles or string lights to add a gentle glow to your evenings. This small touch can make your space feel warm and inviting. 5. Incorporating personal touches. Decorate your home with items that inspire and comfort you. This could be artwork, photographs, or objects with sentimental value. Each piece becomes a source of joy and a reflection of your journey. Finding peace in daily rituals. Peace isn't just something you experience during meditation. It's something you can weave into every aspect of your life through intentional rituals. 1. Morning rituals. Start your day with activities that center and uplift you. This could be a short meditation, journaling, or simply sipping tea mindfully. These rituals set a positive tone for the rest of the day. 2. Evening wind down. End your day with calming activities that prepare your mind and body for rest. A warm bath, reading, or practicing gratitude can help you transition peacefully into sleep. 3. Mindful activities. Even mundane tasks, like cleaning or cooking, can become acts of mindfulness. Focus fully on the task at hand, noticing the sensations, movements, and details. This practice turns everyday chores into moments of presence and peace. Closing reflection for this section. Connecting with your inner self and finding peace is a deeply personal journey. Through meditation, gratitude, and the intentional design of your living space, you can transform solitude into a sanctuary of calm and contentment. Remember, peace isn't something you chase, it's something you cultivate within. By honoring the quiet moments, appreciating the blessings in your life, and creating an environment that supports your well-being, you discover that happiness is not found in grand achievements, but in the gentle rhythm of everyday life. As you sit in your peaceful space, Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what brings me joy? What makes me feel whole? In this stillness, you'll find the answers you seek, and in these answers, you'll find your peace. Living alone is not about being without others. It's about being with yourself in the most profound way. As we bring this journey to a close, let's reflect on the incredible opportunities that solitude presents. Living alone isn't a withdrawal from the world, but an invitation to rediscover who you truly are. The transformative power of living alone. 1. Rediscovering freedom. In solitude, you find the freedom to shape your life according to your values. This is your chance to design each moment with intention, living authentically and unapologetically. 2. Personal growth through challenges. Every obstacle you face while living alone, whether it's fixing something, overcoming loneliness, or learning a new skill, builds your resilience and self-confidence. These small victories remind you of your strength. 3. Cultivating inner peace. The quiet moments are where you truly meet yourself. Through practices like meditation and gratitude, you can turn solitude into a sanctuary of calm and clarity. 4. Fostering meaningful connections. Living alone teaches you to value both your own company and your relationships. By focusing on quality rather than quantity, you create deeper, more meaningful bonds with others. Applying Buddhist wisdom to everyday life. The teachings of Buddhism offer timeless insights for embracing solitude and living fully. Here's how you can incorporate these principles into your daily routine. 1. Mindfulness. Begin your day with presence. Whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply appreciating the sunrise, mindfulness helps you ground yourself in the present. 2. Gratitude. Reflect daily on what you're thankful for. Even the simplest things, a peaceful home, good health, or a warm cup of tea, can become sources of profound joy. 3. Compassion. Practice kindness, starting with yourself. Treat your struggles with patience and use your solitude to grow a deeper understanding of your emotions. 4. Embrace impermanence. Remember that life is ever-changing. Challenges, like joy, are fleeting. Accepting this truth brings both freedom and peace. Now, it's your turn to embrace the possibilities of solitude. Start small. Dedicate a few minutes daily to meditation or journaling. Create a space in your home that feels like a true sanctuary. Take one step toward a personal passion or goal you've been postponing. Living alone isn't about enduring. It's about thriving. It's about turning the quiet into an ally, the challenges into teachers, and your life into something truly your own. Like the Buddha, who found enlightenment in the quiet of solitude, you too can discover your inner light. In the silence, there's wisdom. In the stillness, there's strength. And in solitude, there's an endless source of joy and self-discovery. Thank you for listening and for joining me on this exploration of living alone with purpose, peace, and fulfillment. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need encouragement on their own journey. Together, let's build lives filled with clarity, courage, and connection.